Welcome back to Investigation 3.3, Roller Derby, Analyzing a Game. Today's focus question: how does understanding probability help you design a winning strategy? Let's get started. Okay, so at this point, hopefully you've played the game a few times and you've gotten, you've seen kind of how the game is going to go. And so just for section A, all I'm going to talk about is that hopefully at this point, we're not looking for you to come up with the one best strategy for placing the markers, but that you've realized that sums near the center, like 6, 7, and 8, are more likely to occur than the sums at the ends. And that's really the most important part here. So I'm going to jump right down to part B. And B1 says find all the possible pairs of numbers you can get from rolling 2 number cubes. Okay, I went ahead and listed all the possibilities. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for each number, and there's 6 ways to go, assuming that the numbers like 1, 2 is not the same as 2, 1. So there are 36 possibilities. Okay, number 2, find the sum of each of these outcomes. Okay, I went ahead and put this in a chart, and there are 11 options or outcomes that can happen. You could get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12. So there are 11 options there. Okay, number 3, are all of the sums equally likely? So although the outcome is equal, or equally likely in terms of, there's 6 numbers on each cube. They each have 1/6 chance. If you look at the chart here, these middle numbers are more likely to happen than the numbers on the edge. So like, for example, there's only 1, 2, there's only 2 3s, there's 3 4s, there are 4 5s, there are 5 6s, 6 7s, and so like 7 would probably be the most likely, and again back down to 12, there's only 1. So these middle numbers are more likely to occur than the edge numbers. Okay, question 4, how many ways can you get a sum of 2? As you can see on the chart, there's only one way, 1 plus 1. Question 5, what is the probability of getting a sum of 4? There are 3 opportunities to get a 4, and there are if you look at each row, there's 36 different sums total here. And so based on these combinations, as we saw here in the 36, so there are 3 out of 36. The likelihood of getting a 4, or the probability of getting a 4, is 3 out of 36, which is also 1/12. So 1 in 12 chance. Okay, number 6, what is the probability of getting a sum of 6? So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 36. So 5 out of 36 chance of getting a 6. And then last question here in this section, which sum occurs most often? And that would be the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 opportunities to get a 7. All right, let's take a look at part C. Okay, so part C says, now that you've looked at the possible outcomes of the roller derby game, do you have any new strategies for winning? Well, I think that there are many ways that you could go about trying to win, but the key here is to try to get those middle numbers, the 6, 7, and 8. So trying to cluster your markers toward the middle, and that should theoretically help you win the game. Hopefully this video was helpful, and I will see you in the next investigation.